All right, hello. Welcome to RV Time. I'm your host, Alex the RV Man Rose. From the cameras at Colton RV, through the clouds of the internet, into your cell phone to show you the 2019 Lite. These are made by InTech. Colton actually sent us to the InTech factory to see how these things were built, and the construction I was very impressed with. It's all aluminum framing, triple welded, so it's as solid as can be, and it can't rust because it's aluminum. Up front here, they hid the propane tank in the back here just for less of an eyesore. Actually, a little bit less tongue weight too. There's your propane tank. It's 20 pounds. You don't have to take this all the way off to fill it. You can just pull the cords through. But easy at your propane exchange, or you can fill it up at one of your local shops there. Anyway, we'll get back to that later. In the front, it's a tempered windshield. So from the inside, you're going to see the view on this thing. They call this their $1 million view. It really is quite nice. All fiberglass front cap, one-piece fiberglass roof, seamless fiberglass sides. So what is the benefit of being seamless? There's no seams to leak, right? You want to keep the water outside. It can't come inside if there's no seam or any place to get in. One thing I will show you about the door here, it's a metal catch that holds the door open. So if you looked in here, a lot of them are plastic. They break, they bend. And those are screwed right into the aluminum framing too. So I don't want to make it a challenge, but try and break these off. You know, they're very, very strong. Doors, all radius doors too. Do you know the reason that these are all circular? If you look at a boat, like a porthole window for a boat, they're all round. There's no corners here. They'll always be radiused, so the edges don't crack. You know, they'd be the highest stress point is the corner of the door. That's where your crack's going to form, and that's why you don't see any in these here. You have your Thule rack on top for your surfboards or kayaks or whatever else you're carrying with you. 15-inch aluminum wheels. Most teardrops out there will have 13-inch aluminum wheels. This makes for a little bit nicer ride. Just easier to pull all around, nicer looking and everything else too. Again, radius window edges. Any water that can come close to this can exit here in your weep holes. So keep the water moving away from your camper. This is one of the big features here. This is the big rear exterior kitchen. So some pretty cool lights. There's an LED light up here too. Makes it a little bit easier to see. Outside you have your 110 volt. You have your outdoor speakers, Jensen radio inside. Nice big storage rack up top here for your pots, pans, spices, whatever else you want to keep up there. True burner stove. Little drawer for your utensils, spatulas or forks and knives, whatever else you got too. There is a sink, 8-gallon freshwater capacity. You get some access to that also. And it's a 120 volt or 12 volt refrigerator that comes out and slides out. So if you're boondocking, dry camping, you can actually run this off of your solar panels. I want to talk to our parts department to make sure it has enough power to run this, but you can run almost everything on this camper 12 volts through solar. One cool mention about the InTech is the material of which it's made of. You have your fiberglass like you see on a lot of the campers out there. This is fiberglass on Fortis construction. A lot of the materials out there are fiberglass on Luan or wood. The difference is the wood can over time really separate from itself. You know, the layers of wood can split. This Fortis cannot because it's a composite material. It's man-made. It's like a plastic almost. So the fiberglass on top of this Fortis, and then insulated inside. It's just not going anywhere. This thing is pretty much indestructible here too. And one quick note about the caulking here. If you look, it doesn't look like caulk. It looks like a gasket. You know, super nice finish to it. And that should, I mean, they last too. You don't have to go over it every few months or every year and recaulk it. I mean, this thing is super nice finish job that they put in these. So dimensions on this, it's going to be 6 foot 8 inches tall overall height. Inside to be 4.5 feet tall, so you can easily sit up inside. Overall length of this, 15 foot 6 inches, so easy to store. And your overall width is 7 foot 10 inches, so easy to store, like you said. And then inside, it's 6 foot 10 inches on the floor, so a taller person can sleep inside here. The dimensions of your sleeping area are an inch short on either side of a queen. So you can use your queen sheets, bedspreads, whatever you have. But instead of 60 by 80, it's 58 by 68. So almost the same size as a queen bed inside. You do have storage compartments right inside. These are wet and dry storage compartments. If the fridge didn't hold enough for what you need, you can put ice, and if you catch some fish, you want to keep them cold or whatever else you're doing, it's a nice option there. You can keep ice in there. 2 little seating spots on either end with some cup holders, 110 volt there. And then on the far end, you have your 32-inch Jensen TV. These are tested to go down the road for bumps and shakes and rattles and everything else. They've been tested and tested and tested and revised, and there's the 32-inch that you have. Also speakers inside for your radio and a whole bunch of storage too. They have both of these, 2 on either side of the bins. There's a 200-pound tow capacitor or tow hitch. You can hook up a rack, bike rack, a deer rack, whatever else you can think of that you can put back there to hold your toys or to be more useful for you when you're traveling. So I'm Alex the RV Man. Thanks for joining us, and I'll see you next time.